Who's that? Commander Claw. Who's bad? Commander Claw.
Welcome to episode 3 of Breaking Brews, specifically for Minwu White Mage. I'm your host, Commander Claw. Y'all already know this commander by now. He is a Cleric Synergy Tribal Commander. We're doing everything Clerics, and we're doing everything Lifegain, because you can just overwhelm your board and your board state, and these Clerics end up being powerful. You'll be surprised how a 0-1 Cleric ends up being a 3-4 Cleric, 5-6 Cleric, or even a 10-10 Cleric if you're doing all these triggers right. But anyway, let's get started with the first card for Minwu White Mage that I'm recommending for y'all. And make sure you go back and check out the other videos of Breaking Brews. You know how to list it or find the listed videos. Let's go. So if this is your first time here, pretty much this is exactly what Minwu is, except for its Cleric Tribal. Minwu is literally a Johnny's Pride Mate. So we have a Johnny's Welcome, which is an enchantment version of a Johnny's Pride Mate, which is a creature, cat. But a Johnny's Welcome right here for 1 white mana is an enchantment that says whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. That is creature fall. Okay, cool. You play a cleric, you gain a life. You play some other crazy looking creature, you gain a life. All those triggers, if Minwu's on the battlefield, will give you a +1/+1 for each cleric. You want to do that often, often, and often. Now, I got a creature for you that's out here that's going to deal some damage. Who doesn't like dragons? Sun Scorch Regent for 3 and 2 white, 4/3 body, creature dragon, has flying. If your dragon doesn't have flying, trash it. Trash it. Every dragon you should have flying. If it don't have flying, trash it. Anyway, whenever an opponent casts a spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Sun Scorch Regent and you gain 1 life. Guess what? Your opponents cast spells often. They cast spells on their turn. It might be 1, it might be 2, and if somebody's playing Spell Slinger, I guarantee you they will be playing a turn with 3 spells. So look, you're playing with a mono white commander that is attack focused, life gain focused. You need to change it up. You need to do some different things to keep your opponents on guard. So we got Death or Glory for 4 and a white mana, sorcery that says separate all creature cards in your graveyard into 2 face piles. Remove the pile of an opponent's choice from the game and return the other to play. This is a great reanimator spell because guess what? There's opponents out there that will mill your deck, or you just lost your creatures to the battlefield because edict effects or removal. And this is a great massive reanimator spell. Yes, I know opponents get to choose, but you get to separate the pile and make them choose. That is fun to do, and it puts them in a not inconspicuous. They put them in a dilemma. That's the word I'm looking for. Dilemma. So let's stay focused with these cleric synergies. We have Battletide Alchemist for 3 and 2 white, 3/4 body, Kithkin Cleric. It says if a source would deal damage to a player, you may prevent X of that damage, where X is the number of clerics you control. Well, even if you have Minwu and Battletide Alchemist on the battlefield, that is 2 clerics. So you can prevent up to 2 damage because you control 2 clerics. Don't underestimate 2 damage. 2 damage could be from any source. So, if those players have those upkeep triggers that deal 2 damage to each player, oh, guess what? You might be able to prevent it if it's targeting you. Yeah, stuff like that adds up and it's good. So I needed to mention earlier that this commander is going to be very strong if you have multiple ways to gain life. Like if it's a trigger that does something, another trigger here, another trigger there, that's what you want. This is a great free way to gain life. It is on a land, Radiant Fountain. It comes into the battlefield and you gain 2 life and you tap it for colorless mana. Save it for the right time. And you get to put a +1/+1 counter on a cleric. Awesome. On each cleric you control if Min was on the battlefield. Minwu the Battle Mage, or the Battle Mage. Minwu White Mage, pretty cool commander. Cleric Synergy is going to go tall and wide. It's an Anthem effect. And you're gaining life because the whole deck is to gain life and boost the powers of your clerics. So don't think you're out of contention of actually winning the game. It is mono white, and there's other spells to prevent damage or phase out your creatures to survive board wipes or exiles like Farewell. There's so many ways to keep yourself alive. It is mono white, but it is actually pretty good, straightforward. In my opinion, it's almost like mono green Stompy, but it's mono white with clerics. Let me know if you got any other suggestions for this commander. Put them in the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you for watching. I'm your host, Commander Claw.